Hello, on this edition of the weekly training series, we have a few clips picked out for game management. This will be a topic on these first two clips. The second point we'll visit about is players jumping on players on loose balls, and then the third will be some illegal screenplays. In the first clip, you'll see that White has a breakaway, and we have a no call on this play. He goes up, splits the defenders, and like I said, no call. And Black comes away with the ball. As you can tell, Lead has got the best look on this. I don't know if C is too far down and has a look. I can see the player from behind. But it appears that the defense player that is from behind trying to block the shot comes from point A to point B into 14 White and should have a whistle on the play. So this play was ruled incorrectly. If trail works high and not a deep low C, or excuse me, if C works higher from their original position instead of at the block, we'd be able to see this play from C. But Trails is refereeing the primary defender, or Lead is refereeing the primary defender, and should be able to have a whistle on the secondary as well, because this is right in Lead's lap. I know White is going forward, jumping from point A to point B, but Black launches from point A to point B into the defender right there. Is contact by Black on the backside. And you can make a claim that there's contact by the primary defender right here. But I don't think the primary defender's contact is caused by White. I think it's caused by the secondary defender from behind and knocking him into it. And as you can see, he ends up going to the ground, which doesn't necessarily constitute a foul. So just be aware of that. C needs to work your primary, free throw line extended, work to get the angle from there. I believe C is too low and cannot help on this play. And depending on what Trail is, Trail could have an opinion on this play. This next clip is the very next play down. They steal the ball and break away. Not much there, if anything. And we have a foul and an and one. Okay. To me, there's separation. He does swat down a little bit and maybe comes across his head. It's hard to tell on the video. There's, like I said, it's game management. There's more contact on the other end of the floor from the previous play than there is on this play. So we got to keep that in our mind a little bit from a game management standpoint, throughout the game, especially when they're back-to-back plays, okay? Next clips are going to be players diving after a loose ball, players on top of players. We have two of these plays in this game. So White kind of gets loose and goes after it, and then Black kind of sits on him, and we have a foul. This was a point of emphasis. I'm okay with a whistle being taken on this play for a foul with Black being on top. I don't think he intentionally didn't. I think he you can tell he's trying to hold himself up from trying to get on the player, but that is a violation and a foul by Black. For being on white. Okay. This is the first one of those plays. Same way. Black just got caught in a bad position at the wrong time. We got a loose ball. White's trying to control it. Black does kind of turn into him as he's going down, but it's hard to tell from this angle if White, when he's going down, Black just loses his balance and ends up rolling over the top, which by rule is a foul. He cannot go over the top of another player to get the ball. Even though his back's turned, he kind of just falls. That's a foul on Black. So remember, that was a point of emphasis going into this year or last year about loose ball plays and players diving or jumping on top of each other. So both of these top plays had a whistle on it and were correctly called. Next three clips are illegal screens. You'll see on this left wing in C's primary that White will be setting a screen, and we have an illegal screen called. 23 White didn't do too much there. If he did anything, he might have leaned left enough just to not blew off his track. But let's make sure we're not splitting hairs on this. But I don't think there was much there that White did anything wrong for illegal contact. Now, I do think at this point in the game, after watching this game a little bit, that they're trying to clean it up some because it's been a little chippy. But we want to do that within good faith play calling from an officiating standpoint and game management from a crew standpoint. I'll run it back one more time. On this play here, and Trail has a good look at this. It'll be right here on Trail's side. You can see 12 White calling for the basketball. There'll be somebody in that free throw lane line area. 14 White there trying to set a screen. She doesn't know it's a horrible screen attempt. But as you can see, 14 White's trying to screen her man and then tries, not sure what's going on, looking back at the shooter and her teammate and thinking about screening the other person. This is an illegal screen. It's a horrible, ugly screen attempt by 14 White. But she's clearly moving back, tries to make an attempt to go and screen the other defender as her teammate dribbles left. But as you can see, the initial player for Black, that 14, is behind and trying to seal off or head off. He gets held up from trying to get over there to make a defensive move. Okay, this is an illegal screen. Lee's got to look at this as well. I don't know what Lee is ball watching here. Either Lee needs to get over there and be strong with Trail on ball side, or we need to be looking at this lower post area. But Trail has nothing else to be looking at here. So this is a matchup for Trail as well, and Trail's got to be aware of that. This should be called an illegal screen on 14 White. This is a screen up top. As you can see, that it is clearly an illegal screen. Player does not get set, and the dribbler does not run her defender into the screen. She goes from point A to point B, knock 10 off to get around. This is correctly called. This is a great call by, I think, Trail and C had a whistle on this play. Okay, just trail had a whistle on this play. But as you can, this is easy. This is an easy one. See how much she moved versus to the first clip we had. Like I said, we want to make not split hairs on travels, not split hairs on illegal screens. We want to make sure they usually call themselves. So this is a great call. Some things we need to be watching and picking up as we're going down the floor. 99% of the time, illegal screens happen because the dribbler does not put their defender into the screener. They make the screener come to the defender, which causes movement and makes it illegal probably 99% of the time. And that's all I have for this week. Continue marching on. Make sure you keep your calendars up to date, and have a great week and rest of the season.